Hello, always again, man. Nuggets of wisdom. Continue our 7 Ds of change. We spoke about being disgusted. Second was decision. Today's going to be a doozy, man. Discipline. Discipline. We've heard this word so many times, and I'll tell you, we're all a work in progress when it comes to discipline, myself included. So I'm not going to come here and preach to you that I have everything all down. Discipline, in my opinion, is a daily encounter, a daily walk. Every day, like somebody said the other day, I was listening to, every day you want to wake up and feel that you want to quit. It's getting too hard. I don't want to do this anymore. But that's when discipline kicks in. Then you have to look at where you are going. It's not enough for you to be disgusted. It's not enough for you to make a decision. That's all good. But now we need to carry out what we are discussing about, what our decision was all about. We now have the vision. We now have the blueprint. Now it's time to execute. And let's be honest, life can be harder than it realized. You hear the saying, it's easy said than done. Because if everybody could do it, they will be doing it. It is hard being disciplined. But you have to have a mental picture. You have to trick your mind into do those things that are uncomfortable. You can't just sit around and believe it's going to be easy. I don't want to go to the gym one day. I don't want to eat right. I was just joking the other day. I went to the store, and as I was going out, the Kit Kat was calling my name. It's just only 180 calories. You can have it all. It's not so bad. Have I always won that battle? I'm going to be honest. Not always. Discipline. But you got to look at the end game. You, as I said before, you have to look at your mental picture of where you're going. And you have to make sure, see, the question is what all of us want to do. We are so caught up in the end game. We should fall in love with the process of discipline, not the promise of it. And that's the big problem we have. You know, your credit is jacked up. It's taking years for you to pay it off. You're probably on the 500 FICO score. You want to get 700 FICO score. You got to be able to discipline your spending, discipline what you don't need to buy, things that you need to pay off and pay down. Discipline. You have to put things in place to allow you to fulfill that discipline on a regular basis. It's not just going to happen because you are disgusted. It's not going to just happen because you made a decision. You need to be able to do this daily. That leads me to my next quote by John C. Maxwell. It saw small disciplines repeated with consistency every day lead to great achievements gained slowly over time. It's not going to be easy. Small disciplines repeated with consistency every day lead to great achievements gained slowly over time. You can't do this by yourself. You're not going to just do a big bang. You're not going to just hurry into this thing. Discipline takes time. And you should forget about what's going to happen. I've not seen the result the way I need to see it. No, it's discipline. Small disciplines repeated with consistency. Every day lead to great achievement gained slowly over time. Also, you have to look at, if I'm not disciplined, what's my outcome? If I'm not disciplined, what happens to me? Is this, would I going to sit down there and feel that I could have, should have done it and I didn't do it? Listen to the Jim Rohn once said, we must all suffer one of two things: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret and disappointment. You can't have both. This is hard, y'all. I'm not going to come and say, you know what? Is that easy? No, it isn't. Because if it was easy, everybody would do it. This is hard. We must suffer one of two things. Means discipline is a choice that you have to choose daily. You can't, you don't want to be 60, 70 years old. You don't want to be older and looking back. I knew that I could have done this, but I never pulled the trigger. I never pushed forward. I was in a bunch of emotions. I wrote a vision board. I wrote it down, but I never did it. Be careful of that. There's nothing that discipline does. It's a breaking down of who you become. You're basically rebuilding yourself again. You've been used to, myself included, you've been used to bad habits. That's why I want to return to that. When I first left my marriage, I knew when I was about to lose weight, I knew I couldn't do it by myself. I tried to see maybe I'll be able to do it. I went to the gym, probably tell the story tons of times, and I couldn't, back in the day, you go there and you do some training, then the trainer calls me at home, so my phone number, oh, would you want to come in for a quick, let's do a free session and see where your fitness level is. The guy told me to do some push-ups, and I got to number 3, and I was sweating as if I just had a shower. I almost died. It's almost like I wanted to pass out on number 3 push-up. I couldn't do it by myself. So what that taught me was a breaking down of who I had become. So there's another quote, I don't know who wrote this. For a man to conquer himself is the first and noblest of all victories. Discipline is the conquering of yourself. You need to break this baby down. You need to chop it up. You've been like this day, you like sitting on the couch, watching your bonbons, watching your program, eating your popcorn, and do whatever you wanted to do. Now is the time to break yourself down. That's what discipline does. Another quote from Jim Rohn said, discipline weighs ounces, regret weighs tons. And I was looking at it, I've said this before. When I did how many ounces are in a ton, it's 3,298 ounces in a ton. So if I don't do that discipline, I am going to regret 3,298 ounces. Because the pain of regret is painful, especially if you knew you got it. I could have just do it. I could have do the hard thing. Somebody says here, if you do the hard things, it becomes easy. And if you do the easy things, it's become hard. My brothers and sisters, man, it's not enough for you to be disgusted. It's not enough for you to make a decision. You got to back it up with discipline. I don't want to suffer two things. I don't want the pain of discipline or the pain of regret or disappointments. So for now, my brothers, for your change to be lasting, discipline. It's all again. God bless you. I'm out.